Florida mom at odds with other parents over a controversial decal on her car.
She says there's nothing illegal about advertising her OnlyFans account, but it's causing a stir at her kid's private Christian school. Janice has the story from the newsroom.
This is what I am looking at when I pull up behind one of these vehicles.
Facebook messages, complaints, and TikToks.
You ban a vehicle.
Taking the front row pew at a private Christian school.
Not just a tiny, tiny little emblem on the back of a car. It is taking up the entire windshield, back windshield of two vehicles.
Lexi Thomas is a parent at Liberty Christian who wants this ad on another parent's car to stay off campus. That other parent is Michelle Klein, and what she has is an OnlyFans.
Well, it's definitely linked to, explicit content, adult content for sure.
Klein, who goes by Piper Fawn, says OnlyFans is her business and way of life.
My husband and I had this, little wild, behind closed doors lifestyle that we've now decided to share.
Yeah, y'all, it's just her and her husband's wild little lifestyle, and they decided to share it. And to share it, we decided to put an entire decal on the back window and take a few laps around the high school. Y'all know the cliche of the guy that loads up the van and takes a few laps around the school? Well, this is kind of the same thing, except for she has a link and the kids will come to you. Who would have ever thought that the parents at the Christian school don't want the first thing their kids to see in the morning is somebody's OnlyFans link?
Shared at school, with some moms complaining to Klein and the school, telling her not to use the main entrance and instead drop her kids off across the street.
I was forced to have to take it off or not come on campus.
But parents at this private school say there's a simple solution if Klein wants to use the main drop-off.
Why not take the decal off?
And that would seem like an easy thing to say, for sure. But for me, it supports my family. This provides a very comfortable way of life for us. And it's legal. I pay taxes just like everyone else. I'm not breaking the law. I just offended people.
That's a distraction to my children. And no matter how poorly or how good I parent, porn is there. And if that's kind of the first thing they're seeing when they're going into a place that should be educating them.
I understand that these parents are paying thousands of dollars for their kids to go to a private Christian school, but the question is, do they not support small businesses? After this story went public, the kids got kicked out of the private school.
New details surrounding the OnlyFans drama in Lake County. A total of 8 kids are now kicked out of a Christian prep school in Tavares after a mom's complaint about another woman's OnlyFans decal goes viral. We first told you about Michelle Klein, who had that decal on her vehicle. Her 2 kids were kicked out last week.
Now, the mom who complained in the first place says that her kids are also being punished after she spoke out. Fox 35's Marlisa Goldsmith joins us live in the Alert Center to explain why. Marlisa.
Yeah, John, today we spoke with that mother who initially complained about another parent having that OnlyFans decal on the back of her car that you see right here in this video. Well, that mom says she was just venting about what she saw in the school pickup line. But now, because of her vocal social media post, all 6 of her kids have been expelled.
Wow.
It started with this video posted on TikTok.
So I am coming on here to vent.
Lake County mom Lexi Thomas upset about this car in the pickup line at Liberty Christian Prep School in Tavares.
I'm stunned. I'm shocked. I was disgusted. Why am I looking at this?
The car has an OnlyFans decal on it, advertising a site that includes pornography.
Text him and I said, yeah, this is not cool. We're going to do something about this.
And that set off a social media firestorm and led to the school expelling the 2 children of the mom driving around with the OnlyFans ad. We spoke with Michelle Klein last week.
I don't feel like I should be judged for what I'm doing.
Now Thomas tells Fox 35 her 6 children have been kicked out of the school too because she aired her complaints on social media. This is the letter Thomas provided Fox 35. It says in part, a student may be expelled as a result of a parent or student causing unresolved disharmony and conflict with staff or other parents. Thomas says she disagrees and says she was just venting about what she saw on the school pickup line.
I think they created disharmony within the community by allowing for pornography to be advertised for 2 years on private Christian school grounds.
Thomas's letter, signed by the head of the school, goes on to say, Matthew 18, starting in verse 15, tells Christ followers how to approach conflict with other believers. LCPS believes that standard was not met, which led to your concerns being made public worldwide.
What is this, the mafia? They got a no snitching policy at the school? So she's paying thousands of dollars for her kids to get a very specific education, and when that education fails her kids, they kick her out, and I guarantee you they didn't give her back the money.
When we asked the private Christian school for an interview on Monday, a spokesperson said, no comment. Now a total of 8 children, 2 from the original OnlyFans complaint, and now Thomas's 6 kids have all been expelled this month.
I feel like as a Christian institute, you have to make a stand for biblical truth if that's what you're going to proclaim.
Thomas says she doesn't regret venting on TikTok.
I'm angry because I feel like if this has been a running problem, then this is a threat to my children's innocence.
And once again, religion fails its followers. And this is the reason why people are running away from religion in record numbers. It's because religion is becoming too tolerant. It seems to be more about money and status than it is about actually upholding certain moral standards for the people that are a part of those certain groups. And the reason why you have to uphold certain moral standards and be non-tolerant of specific behavior is because when you have a group of people who meet together with the like goal of trying to become better people, you don't want outsiders coming in and tempting those people back into the things that they were trying to get away from. Basically, what this woman is doing is like selling weed brownies at the church banquet. It's just a small business and it's not illegal, so it should be accepted. And when somebody points out the fact that that's against the moral code of the institution that they're a part of, they go, shut her up. Son of OnlyFans model admits he films her content for her. While most teenage sons can't be bothered unloading the dishwasher for their mothers, this one goes above and beyond. Andressa is a successful OnlyFans content creator that boasts over 3 million followers on Instagram. The former Miss Bum Bum model hails from Brazil and prior to her OnlyFans career was a successful dancer. I assume they're not talking about ballet. While many creators might hire someone to film their content for them, Andressa decided to keep the business within the family as her son shoots things for her. During an Instagram Q&A last summer, Andressa's son, Arthur, who was 18 at the time, was asked, Arthur, are you the one who films Andressa's OnlyFans? He replied, yep, I'm really badass with the pictures, right? The way they're wording this as if this is a wholesome story is crazy. Imagine if they called me Cocaine Poppy. Cocaine Poppy likes to keep the business in the family, so he gets his 18-year-old daughter to bag up the crack for him. And if his daughter has any problems with potential clients anteing up, no worries, Cocaine Poppy's got it all figured out. He'll send his son right up to the customers to show them a picture of their family. We know where your kids go to school. See, it's just a normal, wholesome story. For many people, the idea of shooting such content of their parents would be, well, unimaginable, but Arthur appeared unfazed. But while he doesn't seem to be bothered, others were, religious groups in particular. Look at how they make the religious people seem like the evil people in this story. No, it's not the mom that has her son recording her with her butt cheeks up in the air. It's those Bible thumpers that's the problem. One person asked him, you're not ashamed of your mother selling herself? Do you film her like this? To which the teenager replied, I'm not ashamed. I'm very serene with her decision. Arthur and his mother are apparently so close that they were spotted hitting the clubs together, much to Andressa's ex-husband's dismay. I'm sure he was the problem. They were just hitting the clubs together, just rubbing shoulders and shaking hands. I'm sure it was just networking. Andressa took a brief hiatus from OnlyFans last year in a bid to focus on her religion. Looks like the Bible thumpers might have got to her a little bit. I'm starting over with God, she said, but the 36-year-old returned to the platform just 2 months later. She also stepped away from modeling at one point in 2022 because it started to bother her consciousness a lot. Well, I mean, everybody knows that modeling is just a gateway into stuff like OnlyFans anyway, because you realize if you can make money from taking pictures, you can make more money for taking pictures naked. Sex trafficking is rampant in the modeling industry, and there's so many pretty women, the only way you gonna stick out is if you do something strange for a piece of change. After her hiatus, she wrote, I came back with the OnlyFans and I'm waiting for you. Andressa has had quite a turbulent relationship with religion. She previously filed a lawsuit against the Universal Church of the Kingdom of God and claimed that it had brainwashed her. She also asked for her $400,000 donation to the church back, but the judge rejected her request. As it stands, it appears Andressa is still very active on OnlyFans and currently charges $50 monthly subscription fee. They're trying to erode our level of tolerance by pushing the line, because if you become tolerant to any type of behavior, you're much easier to control. The world seems to be becoming so polarized that all we're gonna have left is OnlyFans girls and young men waiting for the next holy crusade.